Good afternoon, my friends. My name is Phuong and my honor to be here with all of you today. We are staying in the same room, doing the same thing, right? But we are not the same. We are all different from each other, and everything in this world is different from everything. Culture is not an exception. You know, when talking about cultures, people might think of something complicated, might think of something academic, might think of something historic, but for me, culture is just the language that we speak, the food we eat every day, the way we view the world, and the way we express our feeling to others. If a country is a body, then the cultural will be its spirit to keep it alive, to distinguish it from the others. Right? When we talk about the differences, the diversity, it might lead to divisions. So, because of that, there was a question, how to celebrate the diversity without the divisions? To give the answer to this question, I will give you the 4 A's. Right. When you want to know about the new cultures, the first basic thing that we should do is to obtain the information. That's the first A. Acknowledge. When you acknowledging something, right, you will find out that the other cultures, 8 of them, will have far too interesting things to offer us. For example, the Chinese, they think that the number 4 is the unlucky number because the way it's pronounced is similar to the word death in Chinese. Or the British, they are tea addicts. They drink teas many times during a day. And the Greeks, they are very infamous for being late for every occasion. Why? Because they think the first one to come is a fool. Right. In those cultures, there will be many things that make us like it, love it. But also, there will be many things that make us dislike it or hate it. So, for the things that bring the negative feelings to us, we will need a second A, accept. To avoid the conflicts that might come from the misunderstood between the cultures. Right, for example, it's not a very good idea to greet the Muslim people by giving them a hug or kiss on their cheeks, because the Muslim people are not allowed to have physical contact with the people in the opposite sex. Or in here we have many foreigners, and they might know. For the foreigners in Vietnam, they will reluctantly have to get used to the fact that the Vietnamese people we will show our care, our concern to them by asking them very personal questions like, how much do you earn a month? Or where do you live? Or how old are you? Actually, to them it's very annoying, but we still do. So, we should not do that anymore. Yes, as mentioned above, for each culture, we will have the things that for each culture, we'll have the good and the bad. But if we just focus on one side only, it might lead to the extremeness or the bias. Right, to solve this problem, we might need the third A, is accentuate. So, why don't we just take a look on both sides in a different way, evaluate both of them critically, and just focus on the positive things only. Right. For example, in many parts of the world, for many different reasons, you might see that people do bad things, say bad words to others. It's very sad, right? Or they might treat others very bad. So it's very painful for us to watch. But instead of holding the anger, the hatches toward those people, why don't we just look at it in a different way, and knowing that they really teach us a lesson, which is, if they can't be a good example, then they will be a terrible warning. And because of that, we will never make those mistakes, right? And after we've done all of that, it comes to the last A. What do you think? Is to apply when you think the information is good for you, is valuable for you, is suitable for you, please apply it, practice it, make it yours. That's how you thrive. That's how you become uniquely who you are. Well, I think it's a little bit enough for theory. So, to change the atmosphere, I want to ask you several questions. Are you ready? Yes. Okay, in this room, who thinks that you want to have a successful career, a happy family, and a peaceful life in the future? Please raise your hand. All of you, right? Okay, so we'll come to the next question. In this room, who thinks that you are confident in yourself? Please raise your hands. Oh, number reduced. I have another question. Who thinks that you know yourself clearly in the aspect of the strengths and the weaknesses? Please raise your hands. Yes, okay. Another one. Who in this room thinks that you have the ability to do almost everything? Please raise your hand. Thank you very much. So as all of us will see, the majority of us would like to be successful, would like to be happy, would like to be peaceful. But I want to ask one last question. How could we be successful? How could we be peaceful? How could we be happy if we don't believe in ourselves, if we are not confident in ourselves, and we don't know what we can do? Have you ever thought about that? Okay, so to fix it, that's the only way that you should do is to get out of your safety box, to get out there, to face the world, to try to explore the world in as many ways as you can. Try to meet up with as much as people as you can. Try to take challenges, the challenges that you could laugh with, you could cry with, be excited, be depressed, to win and to fall. I do believe that the more interaction you have with the world, the greater you will become. Do you believe that? Yes. Okay, so before I finish this speech, there will be 3 things that I need you to remember. The first thing is the 4 A's. The first A is acknowledge, to obtain the information. The second A is to accept and to avoid the conflict. The third A, accentuate, just focus on the positive things. And the last A, apply, make the knowledge yours. Okay. Secondly, I want you to remember self-confidence, self-belief, and self-awareness are the very important things that lead you to the success. And the last one, yes, we are global citizens, but we are now, and always will be Vietnamese. We will